Hey, yo, everybody, this week is bananas. Wow, the story is great, but you don't even know what it is yet. Listen, man, this week we talking about Naaman the leper. Ooh. And so listen, I've invited a couple of my friends, man, to tell the story, to help us unpack Naaman the leper, 2 Kings chapter 5. Man, listen, this one is gonna blow your mind. I have Pastor Abraham Henry, Youth Director for Lake Region Conference, where I used to be. I got Pastor Patrick Graham, Youth Director for Allegheny East Conference, also the chairperson, the president of Beta, Black Adventist Youth Director Association, and the former president of Beta, oh man, the North American Division Associate Youth Director, Pastor Van Dion Griffin. Man, listen, you're going to want to hear what these boys have to say about this particular story. And I'm so glad they're here to share it with you, man. So listen, fellas, man, go ahead, man. Let us have it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Pastor Abraham Henry. I'm here. Man, we're looking at this text, 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 1 to 3. And it speaks about a man named Naaman, who the Bible introduces him as an army commander. And he's someone who has all these accolades and has all these accomplishments, but it closes off with his introduction by basically saying that he's a man who had a skin disease. And it's something called leprosy. It's not just a skin disease, it's a major skin disease. And then we have the introduction of another girl who enters the text. She's basically a servant girl who was picked up from Israel by this same army that Naaman is a commander of. And when she's introduced to the text, it actually says that one day as she's doing her job and she's operating as a servant, that she actually says that she has somebody who's back home who might be able to solve Naaman's problem, which is fix his skin disease. So once again, we have a major army commander with a great problem, and we have a lowly, low-status servant girl who has a major solution. Man, one of the most amazing things about this text is the simple way that God brings people together. You've got a major army commander with a major problem and a lowly servant girl with a major solution. God fuses them together to change Naaman's life. Man, the case in point is that God has a way of bringing together people of all different statuses to sometimes bless people's lives.
Yo, Pastor Henry, boy, what a powerful point that you made. So listen, man, we're going to hear from Pastor Patrick Graham next. Hey, Pat, man, tell them about the story.
Hey, what's up, everybody? When I think about 2 Kings 5, Naaman the leper, oh man, what an awesome. Actually, it's one of my favorites. But the thing that gets me the most about this is that it took a young person to let Naaman know that there is a prophet over there that can help you with a dreaded disease. You know, when you have a dreaded disease, you will do anything, even your family, you do anything to get well. And here we find Naaman, who the Bible said was a mighty man. He had the opportunity to be healed because the prophet told him, I need you to go down there in those waters. And what bothered him is that he said it wasn't a beautiful spring. It wasn't one of those cascading falls that they were asking him to go under. What he asked him to go to the dirtiest part of the river, dip in there 7 times, and then he would be healed. It was like, wait a minute. If you God's prophet, why don't you just say something about it? Why don't you just go on and say be healed? You know, I want you to know something, young people. God don't work magic. It's not magic. He works in his own will. And one of the reasons why he had him go down to that river is to see if he was going to be obedient. When you want to get well and God gives you the plan to getting well or to doing better, you know, obedience is better than sacrifice. Just go ahead and obey what it is that God asked you to do. No, he's not going to work anything super magic. He's not going to say, oh, go ahead and hula hoop over here for you to get where you need to go. The prophet said, go dip in the water, no matter how muddy it's going to be. Dip in there 7 times, and you're gonna get up with a change, something different. But I like it when the other, when the servant said, hold on, If he asked you to do something great, you would have gone ahead and did it. Something mightier, something deep. See, God also wants us to be humble. He wants us to be in a position where just because he said it, you're going to go ahead and do it. And that's exactly what he did. He said, you know what, let me just go ahead and do it. He went, dipped 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, not enough, because God said 7. 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, not enough, because God said 7. But then went down into the muddy water the 7th time, and he came up changed, no more leprosy, no more fingers falling off, none of those type of things. So I want to tell you something, young people. When God gives us instructions, let's just go ahead and do the thing, and you're going to watch. You're going to come out like pure gold. You're going to come out healed. You're going to come out simply because he orchestrated it for you.
I love how Pastor Graham, man, puts it straight, easy to understand. And listen, man, Pastor Van Griffin, he is up next, man. So Van, man, listen, tell him about the conclusion of the story.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Pastor Van Griffin here. And I just kind of want to summarize 2 Kings chapter 5, verses 21 through 27. Well, you know the story is the story of Naaman the leper. And by this time, Naaman has already gone to see the prophet Elisha. And Naaman is now healed. He's dipped in the muddy Jordan 7 times, and now he is made completely whole. And as a result of him being made whole, he turns to E. Yeah, Elisha. I call him E. He turns to E, and he wants to bless E with some gifts because of the blessing of life that he has received, and the blessing of life that has been restored back to him. And so Elisha, your boy E, he was just like, nah, we good over here. You've obeyed the command of God. You are made whole. Go and be well. And so your boy Naaman is insisting that E receives these gifts, and E or Elisha is insisting that he not receive the gifts, because the blessing that Naaman has received did not come from Elisha, but it has come from God himself. And so Naaman, he takes his route back home, and just before he leaves, he looks to E and he says, "Hey, listen, man, when my leader, my king, when he goes in worship Rimmon, you know, I just want you to know when I go in with him, when you talk to the God of heaven, the God of Israel, so that things will be well with me." And he assures Naaman that all will be well. Well, as Naaman is making his way back home, Gehazi, or G, your boy G, he runs after Naaman, because in his mind, he can't believe that Naaman has gotten away with not having to give anything. When that's not the case. The case is clear that Elisha understands where the healing came from. But Gehazi can't take that. So he runs after Naaman, and he runs Naaman down. Naaman gets off his chariot and asks him, is all well? Is everything well? And your boy G was just like, nah, man, listen, I've got some guys who just showed up, and they need some clothing, and they need a few dollars. And so your boy Naaman, as generous as he had planned to be from the beginning to Elisha, he assures Gehazi, yeah, man, it's all good. Let me hook you up with some clothes. I'll tell you what, I'm going to double what I hook you up with. And he gives everything to your boy Gehazi. And so Gehazi not only has all of this money, and not only does he have these fine clothing, but Naaman hooks him up with some servants that would actually help him get him back to his home. And just as Gehazi enters into the area where he lives, he takes everything from the servants that Naaman provided, and he sends them on their way. And he hides everything. He goes before your boy E, the prophet Elisha. And Elisha says to your boy Gehazi, hey man, did you not know that my spirit was with you? The spirit of God was upon me, and I saw when you ran down Naaman, and Naaman gave to you what he was attempting to give to me. And your boy Gehazi did not realize that Elisha knew what exactly had happened. And he knew that Gehazi was more concerned about taking care of him than doing the business of God. Hey, listen, if there's one thing that I can share with everybody who's watching right now, that is the Spirit of God is powerful. And when God works miracles, here's the point. None of us, no matter how young we are, no matter how old we are, none of us should take any credit. All the credit goes to God.
Yo, Pastor Griffin, man, what a word, man. Appreciate it, man. Listen, y'all, that's real talk. They keeping it completely 100 with you. It's real. I've experienced it. You can experience it. And so, listen, we want to go into our discussion time today. And here are just a few of the discussion questions that our lesson picks up. And you can choose any one of those questions and discuss them either, once again, with your parents, with your friends. Just talk about it for a little bit. But here they go.
Which of the following individuals do you think is prideful? Explain your answers. Jose ignores his friends whenever a cute girl walks by. What do you think? Caitlin is currently showing off her latest high-tech gadgets. What do you think? Regan smokes, ignoring advice from his parents and friends. What do you think? Sarah shares her straight-A report card on myspace.com. Who uses MySpace? What do you think? Lindsay complains whenever she falls short of her goal of perfection. What do you think? Here are some additional discussion questions.
Hey, so that's the end of this video for today, man. Listen, I'm Pastor Jay North once again, and this has been our Sabbath School recap. And I hope you enjoyed it today. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the OUC Addict, A Teen's Time in Church. Also, I've left some links there in the description where you can watch some additional videos about the story of Naaman. I think are pretty cool, and they're short too. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and listen, we'll check you out next week.